Start recording. I am so glad to have Jennifer, our special guest and coach. She is phenomenal. I get to meet with her weekly and I love it. And when she's not traveling and all over the world and, going to the Grand Canyon and all this fun stuff. But I'm really excited to have everybody on to hear whatever she's got to say, kind of convention prep and things of that nature to really get us going. And yeah, I'm gonna pass it on to Jennifer. Sorry, I'm getting texts and they're like, "Where's the link?" So I will be right back. But take it away, Jennifer.
Hey, awesome. Thank you. And thank you, ladies, for again showing up for yourself. And who's excited for convention? Drop it in the chat, your favorite emoji. Give me a one if I get to see you there because I can't wait to hug all of you. So dang excited. Ooh, first time. Woohoo! Yay, yay, yay. You are going to love it. Okay, I hope you have a pen and paper handy or notes in your phone, however you like to do that, because I'm going to be asking you to write some things down today that are thought-provoking, that are inspiring, that are motivating. We know motivation comes from action, right? Action creates motivation. It's not the other way around. We oftentimes are like, I wish I was just motivated. I'm like, you have to actually take action in order to become motivated. And a prime example of that, and maybe I've shared this with y'all, maybe some of you heard it, but it's the quickest way for you to realize how true. There couldn't be a truer statement because we all dread cleaning our homes most of the time, right? And we're just like, oh, we have to get the house cleaned. And then what happens when you start cleaning? All of a sudden, you do not have enough hours in the day to clean all the things because you notice every single thing that you've been slacking or putting off. And all of a sudden, you're like, oh my gosh, I need like the whole day, but I only have 2 hours. That right there is proof that action creates motivation. So I want you to ask yourself right now and put it on paper. What is it that is preventing you from taking action in your business right now, today, prior to getting to convention? What's the thing that's stopping you from getting started? Do you know what it is? Write it down. And then the next thing I want you to write down is what excites you about the opportunity that lies in front of you to work and earn an extra stream of income, earn money from a side hustle, provide a way for other women to do the same. Maybe it's the excitement for providing wellness solutions for people. Maybe it's weight loss solutions. Maybe it's gut health. What is the thing that excites you most about the opportunity for you to be a Plexus Business Ambassador? What is that thing? Write it down on a piece of paper or in your notes, whatever that is. So now you should have a couple things written down. One, is there something getting in the way of you doing number two, the thing that excites you most about why you were here? Then the next question I have for you is, where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 in belief in your ability to be able to be successful in this opportunity that's in your hands right now? Where's your belief system in that? Do you believe that you're with the right company? Do you believe in the products that we have to offer? But most importantly, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe you have what it takes to be successful? On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you? Just write that number down. Be brutally honest with yourself because if we're not at a 10, we got to know where you are so we can overcome that doubt, that self-doubt that's getting in the way because belief and self-doubt can't live in the same plane, and self-doubt and growth also cannot live in the same plane. So, whatever you believe will be true. If you go into this and you believe that you're really not going to have success with it, I promise you, you won't. However, if you go into this believing that you're going to blow this out of the water and you take action to make it happen, you will make it happen. If you take action but you have self-doubt, it will not happen because you can't have growth and self-doubt in the same place. You've probably heard this a bunch of times, but really, part of this business, I would say 90% of this business is mindset. And here's why. When you decide to do something and you believe you can do it, your brain automatically goes to work to show up for you clear-mindedly, providing you with ideas, providing you with opportunities for joy and success and happiness. It just shows you all the things that are possible because you're excited and you know you can make it happen. So your brain is already getting into action and is ready and priming you to be successful. It just now needs you to take action and do the things. And if you are over here in self-doubt, your brain is going to be stuck in showing up for you. Not at all, because it doesn't need to. It's going to, in fact, show you all the reasons that it's not working out for you because you said it was important that you weren't going to do this. You're telling your brain that you can't. So your brain's going to prove you right, even though that way of thinking is false, right? So I'm going to ask you again to go back to that first question. What is it that's stopping you from getting started in your business in June? Are we already in full force or are we waiting for after convention? Because here's the deal. If we're waiting till after convention, you guys, there is no way that you can recoup 2 weeks of work in 1 week of the month. You're already going to be at convention for 5 days. 5 days where I want you to be immersed, be present, be learning, but most importantly, finding joy and happiness and connection in the moments and being present in all the things. That's what I want for you. And you also have to be working a little bit while you're at convention, right? But how can we set ourselves up for success to one, be present at convention, have fun, and learn all the things, but two, ensure that we don't lose another week of work, right? So think about it. If you haven't started and you're waiting until after convention, when you get out of convention, it's going to be the 23rd. Is that the date? I think. Am I right? I didn't look this up, but I'm just going off of what I think.
We get back the 21st.
Okay. So you get back on a Saturday, which is a weekend. So basically you have a week and 2 days. Wow. Wow. Imagine where you will be if you decide you're going to freaking take action today, tomorrow, and every day leading up until you go to convention, working your business and making a plan for your business to run smoothly while you're at convention because you're going to need both. Okay. And the reason you need that is because we all know how long it takes for us to find the people that we need and to be able to showcase the value of what we have to offer, to breathe that belief into them and help them discover that they need this, they want this, and they are committed to doing this with you. That trust and relationship building takes time. You've probably been in some conversations, and if we skip time in those conversations, they were taking action and talking to you about it, and then the action goes away and they change their mind in 2 seconds. Because when we are in action, we're motivated to make a change in our life. And the simple action of communicating what they want to change is already telling their brain they're gearing up and they're ready to go and they're getting prepped and ready. So let's not let a moment slip by for us to show up with that thing that you wrote down that's so excited for you, the reason you want to be here. Maybe it's the reason that the outcome of being successful. I heard you guys talking about today being payday and that you're excited for money that you earned. Any money that you earn is money that you earned because of your hard work that you put in the previous month. And I'm here to share last month's work is going to continue to pay off in the months to come. And if we don't work in June, guess what's going to happen 3 months from now? You're going to have another hard month because I know in this business, I've been in this business for 12 and a half years. There's really this whole 90-day cycle that whatever you did 90 days ago is going to propel you in 90 days from now, right? So, yes, the work you're doing now is helping you this month, but it's also compounded from the past months that you've been working. So, where can you find the joy and excitement to show up for yourself? And how can you do so when it's summer, the sun's out, your kids are home, you have all these things, you have swimming lessons, you have soccer, you have play dates in the park. Plus, you have to be a mom and cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner and laundry because now the kids are changing 4 times a day, 5 times a day, maybe 6 times a day. So you have mountains of laundry, right? So, how in the world can you keep up as a full-time mama, wife, worker, and run this business? You don't have enough time in the day. I hear you. I see you. I feel you. And I also know that you guys just wrote down what you're excited about. And now I want you to write down the impact your life is going to have if you stick with the plan and be consistent and are able to achieve the small and big wins along the way. What will your life look like when you are able to earn a certain amount of money? Do you know how much money that is? Do you have a date set? But I want right now for you to write, how will your life be different if you had more money to use, to spend? How would your life be different? And I want you to think about that on the days when you're like, oh, how do I fit this in? But guess what? We're going to come up with a game plan for how you're going to fit this in. And you're not going to have to ask yourself how you're going to fit it in because we're going to show you today how to fit it in right now with all that we just talked about that you have on your plate. And some of you might even have more than that on your plate. So you've probably heard me say this, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to beat it until you get taken action because it really is the key to consistency and being successful and not living a chaotic life because chaos is crazy. And what drives chaos is randomness. And randomness will create more chaos in your life, create more stress in your life. And wait a minute, aren't you guys here to make your life less stressful? Aren't you here taking supplements to help you overcome stress, right? So, how can we do that? You've heard me say it, time blocking, coming up with a game plan for when you're going to work and what you're going to do when you show up for work, what that even looks like. I need you to sit down for 30 minutes, one day a week, and map out your next 6 days of work. It's just like if you have another job. If you show up to that job, you know exactly what you need to do and the timeline that you need to do it in. Why are we not treating this business just like a real job? It's a real job where you can get massively paid for less amount of work, and the work is way more rewarding because you're helping others feel better and or earn an income. So, how can you set up your week for success? Figure out how much time do you have? How much time can you prioritize? How much time can you commit to working this business? Is it 30 minutes a day? Is it an hour a day? Whatever that looks like, it needs to be every single day. I'm here to share with you if you say, I got 2 hours on Thursday or Tuesday and I got 3 hours on Saturday, that's my work schedule. I'm here to tell you that's not going to work. Just like if you only took your Plexus products on Tuesday and Saturday, what's the outcome going to be of your results? If you took them Tuesday and Saturday, are you going to have success? Absolutely not. It is the same way in business. Consistency every single day, even if it's less amount of work, will yield you far greater results than working 2 days out of the week for massive hours because you're not available to your customers. You're not available to continue those conversations. And time changes in between one conversation to the next conversation. And it's almost like you have to start over the conversation, rebuilding the trust, rebuilding the excitement. Wow, you could get way more deals closed because you can continue those conversations, continue having those people be excited about the opportunity of changing their life and realizing the potential that they have in their laps and what they can do with it and getting them started and committed to what they're doing. So, how much time can you commit to doing this business? And what hours of the day? Is it 30 minutes in the morning? Is it 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes sometime in the afternoon? Put it on your calendar, block it off. Then what are you going to do during that time? Is it you're going to do follow-ups the first 5 minutes? Is it you're going to send out invites the first 5 minutes? Here's the deal. How do you know what to do first? You're going to do the thing you have always not really liked to do first. That's the thing you're going to do first every single day. You might have heard the term eat the frog. The reason we do this is the same reason that when you were assigned the research paper in high school and you had 6 weeks to complete it and you took 5 weeks of not doing it and then you finally did it, right? That's the reason you do it first because those 5 weeks when you didn't do the research paper, what happened? You were always thinking about how you needed to get it done. It was weighing you down. It was like this weight on your shoulders that was like you couldn't really enjoy life completely 100% because that was on your mind. You had to get it done, but you kept putting it off. It's the same way with this Plexus business. If you currently have something you are like, man, I just hate doing this, can we look at it differently and say, why do I hate doing this? What's the reason? And then why do I need to do this? What's the outcome of me doing this? And start saying, ah, man, I have struggled to do this, but I am so dang excited about the sexy outcome that I'm going to do this thing first thing because I know it's going to yield me what I'm looking for. That's the first thing you do in your business every single day. Then what are you going to do the second 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever that increment is decide mapping out your week where if you only have 15 minutes, you're going to have some shortened times on some days and longer times on other days doing different IPAs so that you can be hitting them at least 6 days a week, some a little more time and some a little less time. You can make it happen if you map out your week and know what to do. So committing to how much time do you have, then setting it on your calendar. What time of the day are you going to work and what are you actually going to do when you show up? Set your timer. Keep track of what you're doing, who you're talking to, where you're talking to them from, why you love them, what you love about them. If you're finding new followers to fill your funnel, where did you find them? Why did you like them? Right? And what date? So that you know these new friends, why you wanted to be their friends in the first place, and you can start to develop those relationships. Okay? Keeping track. When the timer goes off of the one task and you're not finished, don't freak out because you have a plan. You're going to get to it tomorrow and the next day. So mark where you are, go on to the next thing because remember what I said, consistency in all things over time is going to yield you the greatest results. And then when the work is done, oh my gosh, your work is done and now you get to go live your life. Because you have a plan for your personal life, you have things that you have to do. Why don't we have a plan for this business? Why don't we have a plan for this side hustle or this extra stream of income? We don't need to be random. Randomness creates chaos. Chaos is not a fun space to exist in and creates a lot more stress than we need to and takes away our joy and happiness and becomes I have to do this thing instead of I get to. You guys don't have to do this. You signed up to do this because you knew about the outcome, the possibility that you could create. And so what's stopping you from getting started, right? That belief that you have and then enduring, right? It's just like the people that get started and they're like, oh, I'm 60 days in and I'm not really seeing the results I wanted to yet. And you're like, listen, I hear you, I see you, I promise it's coming for you. We just have to stick with the plan. Months 4, 5, and 6, the magic really starts to unfold. Remember, how committed were you to making a change? And then how committed are you now to changing your life once and for all, right? So, how committed are you? What are you in pursuit of in life? And how is this Plexus business going to help you do more of that, right? How is that going to happen? So, write on your paper, what is the reason that you need and want the income from this business? What's the reason you need it? What's the reason you want it? Or the rank? What's the reason you want the rank? And what's the reason you need the rank? Put that down. What is that thing? Okay. I'm going to go over this again because there's a 3-part thing. I'm going to tie it all in together. So, what is the thing that's holding you back from being successful in this business? Is it time management? Is it lack of effort? Is it lack of consistency? Is it lack of belief? Is it that you're not sure how to do social media and you don't know? Is it that you don't want to talk to people in real life? What is holding you back from being successful in this business? That's different than what I asked at the beginning. So, number one, what's holding you back from being successful? Be brutally honest with yourself. What's the thing? Number two, what could you implement to change your current state of business? Is it that you need a new schedule? Do you need to have more personal development that you can implement? Is it that you need to empower your leaders by leadership training, meaning giving them, using their talents and having them contribute to your team? So you're not doing all of it together, so that you're letting them share and contribute to the team. What is one thing? Is it setting up, being consistent with doing? Is it that you need to talk more about the opportunity? Is it that you need to share your journey and how this could help somebody else too? Whatever we talk about grows. So if we are looking to find people to earn money and to share in this wealth, we have to be showing how our lives have changed because of this wellness company we partnered with, how our lives has changed because we now have this second stream of income. Maybe somebody just needs to earn $200 to $300. Are we talking about that? Or are we only talking about making massive amounts of money? Because we need to take baby steps on our way. It's like a ladder. If you want to get to diamond and that's your goal, but you don't have anything in between, it's like this massive leap. And it's like climbing a ladder where you're missing a whole bunch of rungs. What's the likelihood of you getting to the top of the ladder with missing rungs? It's pretty unlikely. So it's the same thing with your goals. We need to have those big goals, but how do we reverse engineer to have the little goals that we meet along the way? So, what is one thing you can implement? Number three, how are you going to hold yourself accountable when number one starts to creep back in? Remember the thing that's holding you back from being successful? How are you going to hold yourself accountable? What can you put in place to ensure that number one doesn't creep back in when number two, the thing you're going to implement, starts to be my door is moving back and forth. Oh, that's Christy's door moving back and forth too. I was like, what is happening? That freaked me out for just a second. Okay, so what is the thing? How are you going to hold yourself accountable? Or what can you have in place that's going to keep you from falling off track? If you have a problem with social media because you get into doomsday scrolling, what can you put into place to prevent yourself from doing that? What is the thing? For a lot of people, it's like, I can never find new friends because I just get sucked into all the cool, fun things that are happening in social media. I'm like, hey, have you set a timer before and been intentional with, I got 2 minutes to find a new friend? And you go and look for something that really stands out to you. And you're like, oh my gosh, I love this content. It's so awesome. I can genuinely comment and ask a question, add them as a friend. And now I'm done. I can do that in 2 minutes. That's what I would put into place if I have a struggle with doom scrolling. If I get sucked into the internet and I end up consuming more than creating. We're creators. We are meant to create, and our joy and happiness comes from creating, not from consuming. Right? As business owners, you should be working, 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 a little bit of training, working, 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 a little bit of training, because the work is the doing and the creating, and the training is the consuming. You guys already have everything you need to be successful. It's already within you. You just have to use it. You have to believe you can do it and then take the action steps, the best practices that have been laid out before you with your upline, with your sideline sister. Maybe you have a rock star underneath you that you can work together. So, really analyzing and managing your time is going to be the key to your success, because you can show up intentionally with more joy and happiness because you know that you have a plan for your business, and that when you're done with that plan, you get to go live your life. And you don't have to have the weight of all the things you need to get doing. Now, I would caution you, if you're in the middle of living your life and something amazing comes up, take a picture in Instagram, write 2 sentences, save it as a draft so it's all there. Go back to living your life. That way it's already in one spot, and then you can just go back to finishing up during the time you have set to create new content. Don't forget, you can reuse content. Go back to things that you've posted that got a lot of traction, that got a lot of people thinking, and repost. Change the picture, use the same picture. Change up the words, use the same words. None of it matters. If it was really successful, make it successful again. Big box companies use marketing plans every quarter, they switch, and the next year they use the same marketing plan from the previous year from that quarter. You can do the same thing. Don't reinvent the wheel over and over again. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is you cannot fake belief. Can't be faked, right? If you want to succeed, you cannot afford to indulge in self-doubt. Two things can kill your business. It is self-doubt and lack of action with consistency. Consistent actions, not having that will kill your business. Consistent action without belief will kill your business. And belief without consistent action will kill your business. So you've kind of have both of those. So Dr. Amen is a psychologist from California. He's world renowned. He talks about ants. They are automatic negative thoughts, right? Automatic negative thoughts. They attract you. And then we take a thought and we create a sentence or two, and it turns into a story. And pretty soon we have a book written, a novel. Some of us have written like series in our novel, right? how can we stop that? So I'm going to share one last thing with you. It is one of my favorite things. Oh, I pulled the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. Cassie, can you just give me access to share it and then I'll pull up my
Yeah. I'm probably
graphic?
going to make you host. I have to lead or another call in 3 minutes too.
Okay. I should be wrapped up by then, but I
Okay.
will.
I made you host.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Why can I not find it? It is not where I always have it. Bizarre. Hold on. Let me just, maybe I'm just in such a rush that I'm glossing. I did gloss right over it. Okay, let me make this full screen. All right, here's the deal. We all come from different circumstances in life, right? We didn't get to choose our circumstances. And so they're just here. We have our circumstances. Our circumstances are what create those thoughts. We're not in charge of those thoughts, they just come to us. We are in charge, however, of what we do with those thoughts. We can entertain them to turn it around and make it true. We can dismiss the thought and replace it with something that is true, or we can divulge and go down a rabbit hole that is a negative way, or we can change it. So thoughts produce feelings, right? Our circumstances produce thoughts, thoughts produce feelings, feelings generate actions. And the negative spiral generates you to not take action. It stops you from moving forward. It actually pushes you back down that ladder that you're climbing to success. And then those actions cause results. So screenshot this, take note of it, because here's the deal. You're not in charge of your thoughts, but you're in charge of what you do with them. And you're in charge of having something that happens to you that's tragic and bad. It's awful. It's horrible. Life is so hard, you guys. It is so incredibly hard. And at the same time, it's massively beautiful. Both things can exist at the same space. So how can you have the hard propel you to make a more beautiful life and not push you back down the ladder? Right? You're in charge of your situation, all of these things. And I know that you guys are going to show up for yourself with joy, passion, fun, and excitement because you want that for yourself and you want that for your families, and you have the opportunity to bring it to others. So, can't wait to see you at convention. I hope this is inspiring for you to just take massive action in the next few days and the rest of the month and the rest of the year so you can change your life and your family's life. But most importantly, the lives of people who are looking for you and need you. How cool is that? You can bring this is bigger than you. This is bigger than this room right now. This is bigger than your team. This is about providing solutions to other people so they can also change their life. So life can stop happening to you. Life can be created, but only when you have the tools to do it. And Plexus has all of it: health and money, two things people need, and time. This business gives you more time if you are very dedicated and time block and manage your time to work. You have more time to do other things because you've spent less time working because you are dialed in and you are not checking boxes. You are literally intentionally showing up to find people who need solutions. That's going to be the key to your success, ladies. I'm so excited. I'm here for it. And I can't wait to continue watching you and helping you along your journey. So thank
Thank you, Jennifer. I can't wait to see you. And thank you so much for your love and your knowledge. You're amazing.